jump on live, ask some questions. Happy to answer any questions, but I wanted to just mind dump on you guys about if you're a brand new business, how hard is it to get into this? I had a question today, and it's like, how hard is it to secure viewings? And my answer was, it's hard. Everything's hard when you're new, right? So I made 10 phone calls to agents in London that I've never called before. And I got all 10 people answered, which is, quite rare where you make 10 phone calls. It might take you sometimes 16 phone calls to get 10 answered to agents. But essentially I called all these agents that I've never spoke to in London before. And they were really receptive because one of my students challenged me. They said, Kenny, London's harder than anywhere else in the UK. So I'm like, okay, I've never attacked London. Cool, challenge accepted. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get any viewings secured. So actually, I started off, just Rightmove, load Rightmove, type in London, this area only, press search, enter these keywords, company let and available now. And that's exactly what I did, and just made my way down the list to agents I've never called before, right? And the first one answered, just standard, right? I don't overthink or plan any phone call. I just go with the absolute flow. And it's easy for me because I'm experienced. I've had hundreds and hundreds of phone calls, if not well over 1,000 of these phone calls now. So I've seen so many phone calls, I just know how to deal with them. So to answer that question, how hard is it? It's hard when you're new because you haven't got the experience. You don't know how these phone calls are going to go. You don't know questions that might get asked and how do you even answer them. And there's a lot of people that hold back on even starting. So they might join the mentorship, they'll join my program and be working one-to-one support with us, yet they'll not make the phone calls because they're so worried about what they might be asked. They don't know how to answer them. And it's like, it's okay to be new. It's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to look stupid. Who cares what other people think, right? We're so afraid to fail. It's crazy. Like, just be happy that you're a beginner. You get the opportunity to do this. Every time it's leg day in the gym, right? Every time it's leg day in the gym. And hey guys, it looks like, everyone's tuning in now, so I don't do these very often, so I don't know where the questions go. But if you have a question, just pop it in. But every time it's leg day in the gym, I'm like, and it reminds me, my brother-in-law is in a wheelchair. He would love to do leg day. Love to do leg day. And I'm like, yeah, cool, let's go. So every time you're making a phone call to an agent, people would love to start a business. There's many, 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 many people that probably are in a situation where they can't start a business for some reason. So you get the opportunity to build your business. That's how you push past the fear of failure, is look at life in a different perspective. People would love to be able to fail, right? So pick up the phone. Who cares if you get it wrong? You'll get better. Next phone call. You'll get better. Next phone call. Next phone call. Next phone call. Anyway, these 10 phone calls went perfectly. I even asked one of the agents. I said, after securing a viewing, I got a viewing booked in. Cool, right? I said, can I just ask you a question? She said, sure, of course you can. I said, if I was brand new business, would you entertain me? Would this viewing happen? Would you go ahead with it? She said, she paused, and I was thinking, okay, they're probably going to say no. And she said, yeah, of course I would. You got to start somewhere, right? And don't get me wrong, that's probably the minority of the agents. But minority of the agents are what accepts company let anyway. So I hope this live, you find some value in it. But you really do have to push past. It's exciting, right? You get excited by watching YouTube videos on how to build a rent-to-rent business. You're like, okay, it's something I can do. He's made it look really easy, or he's broken it down into such thorough steps. I can see the whole process, and you get excited. You start your own business. Everything's set up. You build the website. It's exciting. Getting a certain theme going. You're like, yeah, cool. I've got my own email domain. I send a message on my website. I get the email. Everything's working. That's exciting. Boom. Now what? Now it comes down to the hard work. Picking up the calls, picking up the phone and calling agents. This is a boring part, right? It's not exciting. You're not building anything. It's the hard work starts now. The hard work starts. You've got all the gym kit. You've downloaded the workout program. You've got yourself a fitness instructor. You've got the latest sneakers, trainers. You've got the, Gymshark gear. You look cool. Okay, cool. Now it's press up time. Give me another set. 10 more reps. 10 more reps. It's like, that's the uncomfortable part. That is where businesses are built. Not in building the business, building the business. Stacking those bricks, right? Everybody sees, you go to a city, all you see is high-rise buildings, but it's built brick by brick. Hard work, massive amount of labor. And business is exactly the same. So I'm in London this weekend. If anybody's near Croydon, give me a shout. I'll be in Croydon. Happy to meet you guys in a coffee shop. I'm actually meeting a couple of my students as well. So yeah, drop me a message on Instagram or Facebook if you're in the Croydon area around Saturday lunchtime. I'll be there viewing 2 properties from those phone calls. And these exact 10 phone calls that I'm talking about will be going on Facebook, on YouTube. You will see these phone calls. There won't be much editing. It would be the dead space that my editor is going to take out between the phone calls and the whole time. But yeah, nothing's hidden. I'm going to show you all 10 phone calls that I made to secure these 2 viewings in London. So if you're brand new and you're in London, it can be done. It's not tougher. I would say actually out of those 10 phone calls, the agents I spoke to were just as receptive and open to rent. You're proper fit. That's proper throwing me off my game. Yeah, they're just as receptive to rent. That's really throwing me off my game. Appreciate that. So yeah, don't worry about it. Be open to being a beginner and looking stupid on the phone, getting embarrassed. You're a beginner. I think it all stems from going to school, going through the years. You should get smarter, be more sensible. You come out of school, you go to college. Okay, that's an upgrade. You're starting to get serious. You go to university, you get GCSEs, A levels, then you apply for the job, then you get promoted. So throughout all of that, not really do you ever go back to a beginner stage, like a serious beginner stage. You might learn skateboarding, rollerblading, a bike, certain skills, but not anything where you go truly back to beginner. So yeah, cheers Siobhan, you proper throw me off my game there. So sounds like a stunt man. Hi, can I have a shout out please? Hey Imogen, shout out. Cheers guys. If you want me to cover any certain topics that you're struggling with or you want really in-depth conversation about, let me know in the comments on my latest video or send me a DM and I will catch you guys soon. Take care.